So first I want to focus on the first part of this episode. So I felt like this part of the episode was mostly one training because he did said that he did tell the group of girls, he said, by the end of this month, I want you to try every trick in order for you to, for me to admit defeat to you. And as they're doing this, I'm thinking, the reason he did this was because he would get an evaluation of what everyone is good at individually, and then from there he'll probably then work his probably build up like how he's gonna train each individual, because they're all different and they're all good at different things. And the other thing I do want to mention was, for a brief second of the first part of the episode, he did mention his prior group, I'm guessing, that he was a part of, that lived in the same residence called Inferno. Now, this group that was explained was regarded as one of the best spy group, the world has seen. And Klaus explained, actually, I'm one of the only surviving members of Inferno. And he goes on to explain, what Inferno, how it made him feel that Inferno was kind of his family. And he also explains that, the reason I survived was because before the Inferno was given this impossible mission, my boss, pretty much, my boss, he came up to me and he told me that, there's something else I want you to do. So the day before, Inferno was told about this mission or signed this mission, the mentor kind of asked or told Klaus to do this other mission. So I'm guessing Klaus wouldn't be in the Inferno group when Inferno does the impossible mission. And the reason I'm mentioning this is because I do find it kind of suspicious, because what if this mentor, he knew, because he knew that Inferno was gonna take the task of the impossible mission to retrieve this virus, and he knew that inevitably Klaus would die if he went. So maybe he mentioned this mission on purpose for him to go. So kind of a mission to go while his friends are getting slaughtered. And I feel like if he knew that Klaus would die, he probably had a reason, maybe a theory, but maybe he's secretly working for the Empire, because it was mentioned towards the end of the episode that this virus that you guys are retrieving was made by in our Empire first, and then some spy from the Empire stole it. And we expected, the Empire to take a year to kind of reverse engineer or understand it, but according to rumors or speculation, they're researching it faster. So that's why this mission was so urgent. So what if that spy they were talking about was actually the mentor? It would explain, why he wanted, Klaus alive, so he can pretty much teach the next generation of who will take up this impossible mission. That's just a theory I kind of came up with when I was watching this episode. Now, the second part of the episode was more about, the actual mission. So we do have a time skip, which I think is where Klaus was teaching Lamplight. And so we do this time skip and we go into the second part. Now the second part was mostly, the beginning of the episode of the impossible mission. Was first they got intel. They pretty much just infiltrated and gathered information, and then there was this one scene that piqued my interest. So they organized this party for themselves because of stress, and then Klaus has this flashback about when he was a little kid. This grown up woman, a redhead from what we saw, was telling Klaus like, oh, whenever a person lets you see them sleep, it means they trust you. And he says, why does this group, being in this group, remind me so much of Inferno? Now, my theory is that girl, it wasn't really confirmed, but that girl, was actually part of Inferno. That's my little theory on that. But we move on to, the end of the episode where she says, they're about to pretty much infiltrate outside the gates of the laboratory where they're holding this sample of the virus, I'm guessing, called the Abyss doll. And yeah, that's where the episode ends. But overall, I'm very excited. I think from watching this episode, I think this whole anime series is very exciting, and it certainly gets me more excited to watch and see what it unfolds, or how it unfolds, and how will they ultimately seeing them retrieve the virus back. But yeah, I hope you guys liked it. Please do a like, and I'll see you next time. Bye.